one here in the Big Ten. Colby Baldwin in navy blue for Penn State. Joe Hobot for Johns Hopkins. We're underway. Penn State looks to do something they've not been able to do. 0-7 here from Homewood Field in first possession. Peter Milliman told us this week that after the Rutgers loss, look, it's not panic must win, but their foot is on the gas pedal right now. Matt Collison, their senior, was someone that got the team together this week during practice to flip the script. That's a big start from Homewood Field.
And that's why it pays to have seniors on your team with experience in the leadership, right? Like
Peter Milliman told us this week that after the Rutgers loss, look, it's not panic must win, but their foot is on the gas pedal right now. Matt Collison, their senior, was someone that got the team together this week during practice to flip the script. That's a big start from Homewood Field.
And that's why it pays to have seniors on your team with experience in the leadership, right? Like seasons can go south pretty quickly.
He's been super great in transition with a quick step down shot.
Yeah, that was, again, they're going to need a lot of that today. This Penn State defense is very, very good on the 6-on-6. And so if they can get them sliding in transition, they're going to have their opportunities.
Reid Gills and Joe Hobot and Johns Hopkins 4 for 4 on the face-off.
Patient but efficient offense.
Had 2 goals against Ohio State. Did not play last season and the last 2 years battling injury, and something that Jeff Tambroni mentioned, that he's really their unsung hero right now. Fought for on the near side. Scooped away. Perry DiBartolomeo for Penn State. And then Hopkins almost lost it. That's the first face-off victory for Penn State.
Officials.
He's not played in 3 games, too.
Yeah.
2 goals in 1 minute and 12 seconds for the Nittany Lions. Hobot fighting with Baldwin of Penn State. Another feisty face-off, and scoop from O'Connor, and what a reset to Preston Hopkins.
Back-to-back
3-0 run in under 2 minutes. Face-off victory for Reid Gills. So after Johns Hopkins started 3 for 3, how about this field, one of the toughest places to play in college lacrosse? Colby Baldwin for Penn State, Joe Hobot for Johns Hopkins, and Penn State wins the opening face-off. Both sides with Baldwin again for Penn State at midfield. Him and Reid Gills have mixed and matched. Both sides 4 for 8.
I think Coach Millman's trying to figure out whether or not he should challenge that there. I think he was wise not to.
For Orange Alliance, Johns Hopkins goalie, no saves so far. Let's give the Nittany Lions.
Right, because you're going to have Maryland, Hopkins, Ohio State all right around the same, in my opinion, towards that tournament. So who can make a run there?
Joe Hobot for Johns Hopkins looks to scoop it up. Still loose. Penn State holds on. Nice job from Reid Gills replacing Colby Baldwin. Face-off wins now 6-5 in favor of the Blue Jays.
Protected, deceptive, and pretty good placement to give Penn State a 6-3 lead. Hopkins better be careful here.
Last 6 shots, all goals for the Nittany Lions. Matt Cobb's 3rd this season. Perry DiBartolomeo, he saw Charlie Eiler and said, all right, hit stick time, and really had a split second to put that one through. Nittany Lions take the face-off. 6-6 in the face-off department scoreboard. Woodfield, they can change that here in half number 2, and he said this week would be a program win. Colby Baldwin for the Nittany Lions. Joe Hobot for Johns Hopkins. It's Penn State first, half number 2.
Ball movement can get some unassisted goals. I don't know how you stop them, right? Like oftentimes you'll see teams where they just kind of gravitate towards one brand. Penn State can come at you from like an athletic perspective on the one-on-one dodges, but then the team offense and the ball movement.
An apparent ankle injury, and looks okay right there. Colby Baldwin for Penn State looked to hold on to the faceoff out of nowhere. Luca DiBartolomeo. Matt also seems like right on with an apparent ankle injury and looks okay right there. Colby Baldwin for Penn State looked to hold on to the faceoff out of nowhere. Luca DiBartolomeo. Matt.
He can unload.
Goals in 12 straight for Hobot. Would have been a highlight play for Penn State and Matt Cobbs, but Hobot on the ricochet. Reid Gills wins the faceoff of the Nittany Lions. They have the long stick in. Jelinas ricochets well back up top.
Broken stick.
That stick is inside the box, right?
Hopkins needs one more, right?
Gills and Hobot on the faceoff. Scooped up. DiBartolomeo got squashed.
You can just see the energy, though, from Hopkins on these ground balls. In the last minute or two has really escalated. Quite as big, but based on just what he did against CJ Kirst alone, like he's the guy right now that I think I would be taking if I was a GM looking for a long stick.
Ross has made some big plays, but now we got a ball game from Baltimore. Penn State, they started the quarter.
For Hawkins and Cage, really hard to make that stop. When the player has their energy going right at you, you're more likely to be on your heels than attacking forward. Hopkins playing like this half is the story of their season.
Colby Baldwin for Penn State lost the faceoff. 30 seconds, third quarter. Both teams a lot on the line with 15 to play. Penn State, 10 faceoff victories. Johns Hopkins, 9. It's Baldwin for the Nittany Lions. Hobot for Johns Hopkins. Penn State first. And what a fourth quarter it's going to be from Homewood. Penn State, this thing was tied. 2-2 back in the first with 5:44 to go. Hobot his second. 9-9 face-off victory for the Blue Jays. Joe Hobot. Johns Hopkins, they led on that opening goal. Jimmy Ayers put one through.
I think the two best teams in the country right now facing off after us. UNC, kind of a great mix of some experience, but a lot of young talent. And then Syracuse, tried and true with those seniors. With a lot of points. They made it to championship weekend last. Really sound offense for the Blue Jays.
Third assist for the senior Brooks English.
We said
7-0 run, man.
We've talked about this as a game of runs. Penn State needs to get themselves back to within one. And again, Penn State has been finding their way at the face-off X since the first four. That's just why I just don't get that offensive set that Hopkins had. Yes, Penn State was playing zone, but play offense, play zone offense.
Big face-off win for Reid Gills and Penn State. Matt, to your point, that was Penn State's first goal in 24 minutes and 10 seconds. Felt like an eternity.
And here's an opportunity. You got Robertson. I think we're going to see a lot of him here in the closing moments for Penn State.